Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. And in this particular one, this is really, could be almost anywhere. I'm broadcasting this one from Dubai. I just flew in from Paris and I'm on my way to Hong Kong. So, you can be just about anywhere in the world. Delighted to have all of you with us on this special Saturday webinar. 1 week ago today, we, 1,500 of us were in London. It seems like it was already a couple of weeks ago, but delighted to be able to report to you. Guys, I've prepared a special presentation. I spent a good part of the last week, running around doing some other things, but I've collected all the photos. I got watched everybody else's webinars. I've collected all the information and tried to synthesize it. I've got a presentation to you that I think will, in one fell swoop, really enable you to understand what happened in London and the powerful, powerful things that the company has released to us. So really excited about that, and looking forward to being able to bring it to all of us. Now, I have five millionaire mentors. One of them is a guy by the name of Ray Higdon. Probably most of you have heard of him if you've ever been anywhere near network marketing. Ray has a saying. He says, anytime you learn something and you don't summarize it and teach it, it's like getting a check and leaving it uncashed. So I encourage you to get a piece of paper and a pen, or however you take notes, maybe on your iPad or whatever it might be. Take notes. I took 14 pages of notes a week ago, and I'm going to cash a check tonight. Because Ray teaches you should invest, learn, and teach. And if you will invest, learn, and teach, and not just learn, but then teach, you can do great things in this business. And that's been the secret to the success that Grace and I have enjoyed. And it's going to be the secret to our success coming out of London, because there's a lot of material to cover. You're going to hear us teaching and teaching and teaching again. I guess that's kind of a bright light there, shining off the top of my head too. Get rid of that light. And so I'm going to teach. I encourage you to take this material and teach it as well. Maybe listen to it a couple of times. Just study and learn this business. It will pay you dividends in the long run. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and get started in the PowerPoint. See if we can get that there. That's the one I want. Guys, I will not be answering questions until the end of the webinar. I'm just going to focus on that. So if you could you can put questions into the Q&A, but unless it's something that you can't see, I would be curious if you can see the PPT that's just showed up here. Okay, you can see it. Great. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's get started. Yeah, this is our new logo, by the way. This is we've changed logos. We've changed so many things. It's really, really amazing. But the new slogan of the company, USI-TECH, the future of cryptocurrency. So very pleased to present this material to you 1 week after the USI-TECH London event, and I'm going to go through all the highlights and really take you from the beginning to end. You're going to understand what happened on the day. I'm actually going to take you step by step what we learned through the day, through photos and summaries that I've prepared. So this is pretty comprehensive. Just buckle up and let's get going. All right, let me see if I can get this going. There we go. One of the things that was a little bit fun is the launch of the USI-TECH ATM. I'm going to talk more about that later, but they brought a prototype of it. And I don't know if you saw a video, but I actually took $250 US and plugged it into that thing and got Bitcoin out. It was really cool. But these are actually something that we can individually use. We can lease them from the company, and people that will buy will get a share of the Bitcoin that's bought through it. And if someone who actually also can sign up in the business and be tagged to you. So an amazingly cool recruiting technique. If you are in a fixed location, you probably would like to get one of these, but we'll talk about that later. All right, guys, what I said last week, I mean, USI-TECH fulfilled all its promises. We heard a lot of things from Horst Chica in the last number of time, but they fulfilled all the promises that they made and exceeded those. And it's really game over, I think, in the industry. I don't know how another company will be able to compete with us, whether it's mining or in the network marketing space. So we've covered the future of cryptocurrency. We've got a simplified business model and pay plan. We've launched ourselves into showing that we are a technology leader and not just a a marketing company. We've launched some powerful marketing and education resources. We've got a focus on customer support and retention. We've got brand new revenue generation products. We've got new management expertise that the company has brought in, ramped up, and better technology, websites, back offices, and so forth. So the company's really done something. Now, we started off the day with a guy by the name of Alex Arnold, and a lot of you probably will know him. His nickname is The Coach. He's an amazing teacher and instructor and motivator. And he gave us this simple idea. We can't just be good. Good will not get anything done. Even being great will not get it done. Even being excellent is not enough with the opportunity the size of which we have. No, we've got to be outstanding. And so we've talked about outstanding all day long. So I encourage you to also be outstanding in everything that you're doing. Be outstanding. Even if you only have an hour a day to devote to the business, be outstanding for 1 hour, and you'll see outstanding results. There's no question about that. Alex also introduced our executives, and of course, an outstanding business starts with outstanding leadership. We did have a lot of time to interact, of course, with Mike Kiefer, our marketing director, Horst Chica there in the center, who's our CEO and COO, and Ralph Gold. We did learn, that wasn't announced in the conference, but we did learn that João Felipe Fernandez Severino has been bought out, so he's no longer one of the owners. So these three, and there's another gentleman who was introduced as a part of the senior management team. So some fairly significant management changes and structural changes going on during this conference, and so a big focus on these three, and a new guy I'm just going to introduce to you in a second. But yeah, it all starts with the leadership, and the leadership that was displayed is just amazing. You know, I had a chance to see these guys informally in Spain 3 weeks ago, or now, I guess it's now a month ago. But to see them on stage and formally presenting in the business, you know, the earlier one was a lot of hanging out and socializing and drinking and boating and a lot of fun informal talks. But to see them in their business mode was really exciting and encouraging for the long run. So let me get going, because USI-TECH isn't just a marketing company. It's now become a technology leader, guys. We have a new head of product development. His name is Evan Ahern. This is the guy we've heard rumors about, someone who's a very, very wealthy individual out of Las Vegas. Well, this is Evan Ahern, guys. Focused on new technologies that create new renewable energy creation, heating and cooling solutions, and blockchain solutions. I mean, a top-notch, extremely wealthy individual who is plugged into the very best, and I mean the best in terms of physics, energy, all kinds of creative things. And pardon the people going back and forth, I can't control that. I'm in an airport lounge. So, I'm going to be focused here. So the technology is, they're utilizing the leading scientific minds in the world, and they will make USI-TECH a world leader in the technology field, which will ensure that we have stability and sustainability and value going forward. And this is extremely important when we talk about our new product, the Tech Coin, but it will also be extremely important when we just talk about the future of the company, obviously. And this is one of the things that they're working on as they also think about taking the company public in a couple of years. So this is Mr. Evan Ahern, announced as part of the top-level management team. He's our head of product development, and just a brilliant thinker and business person. Um, he was not the most electrifying speaker, I can tell you. It was pretty dry, and we were all kind of puzzled. You know, what are we going? Because he started in energy generation, but then we started to, kind of figure it all out. It all relates to mining and breakthroughs, and so he was kind of pinpointing this and pinpointing this and pinpointing this. I'm going to break this down. I actually got his slides here, so or I got photos of his slides. So we started out with really learning that the company is big time now into artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence, everyone, for those of you that have heard the word but don't really understand it, it's machine learning. It's basically automated analytical model building. So people can create these models and build ways of utilizing technology and processes. And it can be cars and people and machinery and all kinds of things. The machines learn from what's happened before, and then it predicts the future. Now, if you start to think about that and you apply that to crypto trading and Forex and other things, you'll see a powerful thing that's being launched here. The company is on the cutting edge, guys, of artificial intelligence in this trading arena. And I've known about this. I have a friend who's in it, who's actually part of this. So I've been hinting to you guys for a little while about this, but artificial intelligence is a big part of all of what we're doing. Now, here's a massive part of what we're doing. So there's going to be 5 slides like this. They have this equipment patented, and this, some of you maybe are engineers. You can, in the coming days, tell us more what that means. But an asymmetric permanent magnet motor, which is a generator. It runs, it really works between hydrogen fuel and an electric generator. And this equipment, this generator, is the revolution that will change the course of cryptocurrency mining, guys. This is patented already in 17 countries and is being patented in additional countries. Mr. Ahern is holding the patents. He holds the patents. It's not USI-TECH, but USI-TECH will be the only cryptocurrency company that will have access to this. And that, my friends, is an amazing partnership, and part of what is going to fuel USI-TECH, both the coin that we're launching and the future history of the company itself. That's a little closer picture of the equipment, and I'm not going to try to explain it because there are limits to my understanding. I'm not a physicist or an engineer, but I was pretty impressed with his technological explanation, and I did clearly understand the implications of it, which I'm going to try to unwrap for all of us so that we understand it. But these things run for about 17 years, and they are renewable, and it's a magnet. And it can literally pull apart water and use that to create energy. We'll talk more about that, so you get the idea about that in just a little while. Now, what does it mean in terms of our products? So it enables us to do some things that we haven't been doing before. So we're now in a couple of major areas of cryptocurrency mining. The first one is ASIC mining. And we've already got some major hardware capital additions. 19 million US dollars of assets already were added last month in October. 10 million US dollars in assets per month going forward. So by mid-December, we will already have 1% of the global Bitcoin hash rate. That means of all the Bitcoin being produced, USI-TECH already in this early stage will have 1% of the world's global production. Now that is a pretty massive figure when you think about all the Bitcoin, and we get that internally. Now, you talk about transparency. This will be a USI-TECH branded pool that you will be able to see on the blockchain. And so anybody who ever wants to tell you, I want to see proof of trading, blah, 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 just point them here. And there's another one. That's on the Bitcoin side, guys. We are also in GPU mining, which means we're on basically both sides of the technology. So we've also got proprietary hardware configurations, 8 GPUs per rig, The $70 million mining rigs that we heard about last month, and $10 million a month going forward. And we have 2.5% of the global Ethereum hash rate to ourselves. So 1% of Bitcoin, 2.5% of Ethereum is branded to USI-TECH, and that branded pool is available now. Those, just what I just told you would be enough to celebrate the whole day and we could go home, but there's so much more. This technology, which is very, very applicable to mining, and the technology that they're working on to reduce the energy cost of cryptocurrency mining is what's driving this. But this technology, and this is, Mr. Ahern has been working this in his entire life. He's in power generation and energy, and that's his expertise. And they work very hard to power thermal recapture high density mining. And what this basically means is that they take all this heat that is generated through the mining, all the computers. Have you ever seen your computer get hot? Well, these very high powered computers get super hot. It's why so many people are in Russia and China and Iceland trying to pump in cold air to cool this off. This turns the heat back into power. This new technology completely changes the dynamics of the industry. It turns heat back into power. That is a revolution. No one else has that out in the industry. And that is patented technology that Mr. Ahern has. We will be the only cryptocurrency company that has that technology. He will use it for other purposes. He has a mission and a vision to bring that technology to help people all around the world in other spaces. But in terms of mining, USI-TECH is the one that's going to get the benefits of this massive technological revolution. So this is huge, guys. I can't stress this enough. So back to artificial intelligence, and I'm giving you a lot of information really fast. This was about an hour-and-a-half session. I'm going to try to summarize it in 10 minutes. So just hang on. The artificial intelligence also affects how we trade. So we have arbitrage. The artificial intelligence does predictions on pricing inefficiencies. It does it both in crypto and in Forex. And it also works in mining. So we're able to use artificial intelligence, predict which of the currently 1,209 different cryptocurrency coins, a $171 billion market, which ones of those are the most profitable, where are the trends, and then we can quickly shift our equipment and mine that currency and then sell it and make profit. So this is huge. It works in ASIC, it works in GPU, it works in all the computing aspects. Absolutely game-changing breakthroughs in the use of this artificial intelligence-powered trading. So again, and all of this is transparent, guys. So again, all these idiots that keep asking for proof of trading, blah 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 blah. The discussion is now finished. I showed you the Bitcoin ATM a little bit earlier. So we're launching a USI-TECH branded ATM, the Bitcoin ATM. They estimate that they will be producing 3 million of them. I showed you a demonstration of the first prototype that they actually flew out from the United States to bring it to London. I talked with the guy that's running it. You maybe saw that in the video that I did. This will simplify the purchase and sale of cryptocurrency, and will be a massive exponential growth to cryptocurrency in terms of ATMs. You can see the chart, the growth of ATMs is exponential. It's going off the charts, and we're going to be producing 3 million of these under USI-TECH brand. Now, this will, if you're local and you have a place that you could put an ATM, some high traffic area, you can be promoting your business using one of these ATMs. So it could be your ATM Bitcoin. So it has USI-TECH advertising on the screen. It actually has your referral code in it. It has promotions printed on the receipts. It's just an amazing business promotion product, as well as a cash cow for everyone that would like to get into it. So again, I'd encourage you to think big and start thinking of the shopping malls and the high traffic areas around you, and whether you would like to be the proud utilizer of a USI-TECH ATM. I mean, this has enormous potential. So what does all this mean, guys? It means USI-TECH becomes a global mining leader. The biggest cost of mining Bitcoin and altcoins is electricity. It's around 90% typically, some higher, some lower. So it's not a fixed percentage, but it is the biggest cost. Another issue is the heating and cooling efficiency of the mining rigs. And our technology basically will create virtually free energy because we'll be converting all that heat back into energy, and we'll also be able, the moisture that comes out of that, we'll be able to divide the water and create energy out of it as well. So that's a massive increase in the mining profitability because that huge cost is almost eliminated. The efficiency goes up by about 95% by converting this heat into power. So this, with no one else out in the marketplace having this kind of technology, we will quickly become a global mining leader. Even in Bitcoin, I perhaps shouldn't say, but as I told you, they will be 1% of the global mining pool by December. They predict a much higher figure by the end of 2018, 1 year from now. And maybe I shouldn't say the figures, but they're predicting a big number. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be very disruptive, and disruptive is a very positive thing for USI-TECH and for us, guys. Now, here's some stats about it. So how big is the USI-TECH going to be in crypto mining? Again, as I said, 1% of global Bitcoin mining, already 2.5% of global Ethereum mining. $70 million investment in mining hardware, that secures our cash flow for the future. People have been wondering how sustainable are those Bitcoin packages? Bingo. You got security, you got secure cash flow for the future, and high profitability. No more questions about how do you pay those returns. We are the industry leader from a technological standpoint, and we can afford to pay very generous commissions, which we do. More investment now monthly in hardware as well, and we will be a global leader in mining. Now, let's talk about future product development. There's a strategic investment fund that the company has started. There also are a number of financial license opportunities. We will have our own exchange. It will be linked around the USI-TECH coin, the tech coin. We'll also have brokerage opportunity. We'll also have online banking. We will have our own debit card, guys. And there will be also some social impact opportunities. The company is going to be giving back, and the leadership is committed to giving back and encourages us to give back. We're going to be in a very profitable situation, and the company wants to be sure that we set a standard of not just keeping it all to ourselves, but that we are a giving community, and the leadership lead by example in this way also. All questions about business transparency have been blown up. We're going to be able to have complete transparency about crypto and forex trading. That will be available in the back office. It will also be available outside for skeptics to look at. Of course, I've told you already, we will have our own USI-TECH Bitcoin branded mining pool. We have Ethereum branded mining pools as well. Financial reserves, financial performance, digital security. They've tested all these things. They've actually hired 3 professional hackers to try to get in, and they have confirmed that they couldn't do that. And a lot of operations will also be highly transparent. So a very, very dynamic situation. So I think that wraps up what we heard from Mr. Ahern. What does it mean, though, in terms of where the company is going in terms of our products? They've seen the huge success of the BTC packages, and packages are what are going to be the future product model for us. It's a model that works. We've had in just over 6 months, I think maybe it's March to probably 7 months of sales, $350 million in sales. And I think when that BTC package was started, pardon me, we had about 15,000 members, now over 300,000 members in 70 countries. So the thing is just absolutely exploding. So moving forward, our products will be designed around this 50 euro pack model. So we'll have, for example, the drum roll, a new product. And you've heard the news The new product is called the Tech Coin. It's a USI-TECH cryptocurrency. We are launching our own cryptocurrency, and that is the new product that was launched 1 week ago in London, and the exciting news about that. So this is releasing their own cryptocurrency. It is called the Tech Coin, and what we can do now is buy tokens. Now, tokens are something you hold, and they can be exchanged for the Tech Coin when it becomes started to be traded. So these are a preliminary purchase of what you get is the Tech Coin when it is fully launched. The value of that coin is undermined by the technology. So what does the coin represent? It represents the value. What's behind this coin? It's all this revolutionary technology that I just explained. So if you weren't paying attention, you're going to have to go back and listen again, because all that revolutionary technology, the patent, the unique cost savings, all that stuff is behind the Tech Coin, and that's what underpins this new coin that we're releasing. So power generation, heating, cooling, and much more. The artificial intelligence, all those things are behind this coin and are what is giving it enormous and should give it enormous value going forward. This was Horst Jieke as he was proudly introducing it. It was hard to get a good photo, but because the light was so bright, but he was super excited. Doesn't really show, but I just wanted to show a couple of photos of Horst introducing the coin. So very proud, you know, just what he's done to engineer this, to pull all these top scientists, engineers, and so forth, bring all this together and have the vision to do that. He's been quietly working on it for months, and you could see he was like a proud father when he was launching it. It was really cool to see all this coming together. Now, these coins are available now. And I'm going to break down, these are the packages. We have 5 different packages, and the €50 model is the starting point. But there are higher level packages that you can get, and we'll discuss the implications of those. So your starting point is the silver token package. So that's for €50, just like a BTC package. And with the €50, you can get 100 tokens. The rest of the packages all include some bonuses. So basically, if you understand a simple concept, if you pay more than the €50, if you buy a bigger package, you start to get bonuses. And I'll explain to you, there's 4 levels of bonuses and 4 levels of packages beyond the silver token. But if your means are limited, you know, and you're interested in making an investment in the future and thinking about wanting to get a coin, excuse me, I need a little coffee here. This would be a great place to to think about. The gold package, for example, is €2,500. It will give you 2,500 tokens. And basically, the concept here, guys, is that in these bonuses, there's four tranches of bonuses, or 4 times when the bonuses take place. Let me explain that over here. So when 125 million of the tokens have been sold, the first bonus will be released. When 250 million of the tokens have been sold, the second bonus will be released. When 375 million of the tokens have been released, the third bonus will be released. And when all 500 million that are available, so it's 1 billion total, they're allocating half of that 1 billion, 500 million, to pre-sale to USI-TECH members. So right now you must be a USI-TECH member. Of course, you can be a USI-TECH member for free, so that's not a difficulty, but then you have the opportunity to purchase these tokens in this pre-ICO. Now, an ICO, I'm not going to get into that in too much detail, but it's called an initial coin offering, and similar to kind of an initial public offering. The analogy between stocks and a coin is not a perfect one, but if you want to understand what a token is or a coin, it's similar to the idea of a stock. It's not the same as a stock, it's different. But I've been trying to think of a simple way to explain that. Now, let's just unwrap how these bonuses work. When you buy the gold token package, you get €2,500. For €2,500, you get 2,500 tokens. In the first bonus time, when 125 million are sold, you will double. Now, you will also do that if you buy the Ruby package. The Ruby package is €10,000. It will double You get 20,000 tokens when you buy that. It will double to 40 in the first benchmark, and 80 to the second benchmark. When you buy the Emerald package, it doubles 3 times. So you pay 25,000 euros, you get 50,000 tokens, and it doubles to 100, then it doubles again to 200, and then it doubles again to 400. And let's look at this top package. It's called the Diamond Token Package. It is a whopper. It costs 50,000 euros. You get 100,000 tokens. In the first benchmark, it doubles to 200,000, then it doubles to 400,000, then it doubles again to 800,000, and eventually in the fourth bonus, you get 1,600,000 tokens. So that's the tokens and how they are there. These packages are available now in your back office. There was a special pre-sale for the 3 days of the conference. They had originally planned to restrict it just to people who attended the conference, and they realized since it was on the web, it would be almost impossible to restrict it that way. So they made it available basically to everybody. But you can now buy these in your back office, guys. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, but I have a lot more to cover, so I'll keep going. But this is really exciting. Honestly, Grace and I are so committed. We believe in the company a lot. We bought this diamond token pack. So we laid down 50,000 euros last weekend, and we'll be able to participate. We got 100,000 tokens for that, and we'll be able to participate in each of the 4 stages of the doubling. So we'll double 4 times because of that purchase. By the way, we've already, I think I checked the back office early this, about 12 hours ago. We already sold 25 million, guys. So this first benchmark of 125 million is going to be hit pretty quickly. We're already about 20% there, maybe 30% already. So if you're interested in getting in and participating and want to get in also in this doubling the bonuses, I would encourage you because, again, as I said, we're probably 20 or 30% already subscribed in terms of the tokens. All right, I got to keep moving. This is the website. That was just released, so I took a photo of that. But you can just go into your back office now. Okay, that was product number 1, new product. Second new product is the Forex, and we have a new Forex pack. It's not been released yet, but it will be released soon. The current Forex license, the software, will no longer be sold by USI-TECH. It will be supported. Software users like myself, I'm an avid user of it. You can continue to use it, and it will be supported, but it's no longer going to be sold. They just explained that it was too complicated, and people found it just wasn't that easy to maintain and service, and people who were buying it didn't understand what they were doing, basically. So they've made it simple. So the new Forex product is based on the same BTC pack idea. It will be a 50 euro pack model. You can buy unlimited numbers. So unlike the BTC packages, which have a cap or will have a cap, there's no limit to the number of Forex products that you can buy. No license needed. This is, a lot of people don't understand cryptocurrency, and they're kind of reluctant to join us. This is a great way to get them in. Lucrative, so it'll pay the same 140% per pack. So you pay 100, you get 140 over the course of time. It's the same idea. So for people who don't get crypto or people who just wanted to diversify, I will be buying a lot of these, trust me. I love diversification. So it's great for people who don't understand crypto and just want to make money, but it also is a great way to diversify your portfolio. And that should be available, they said, as early as the end of November. I'm not expecting it by the end of November, but I do expect it probably sometime in the month of December. So probably sometime within the next month or 5 or 6 weeks, this product will be available. So that's our third product, guys. Very, very exciting. Now, where does that lead us in terms of products and so forth? We have superior technology and we have superior transparency. This is another aspect of the technology that I wanted to unveil to you, because we also have our own blockchain format, because we have our own coin. We have our own blockchain format. So that's open to the members, it's open to business, it's open to market makers, it's open to regulators. We are open and transparent, and we have superior technology. The new UTC, that's a USI-TECH coin. The coin blockchain is more scalable and faster than the rest of the industry. Guys, we can do thousands more transactions per second than Bitcoin with our, I'll show you the details in just a second. We can do thousands more transactions per second than Bitcoin, and it's 24 times faster than Ethereum. So our blockchain is a superior blockchain and gives us a world-class trading platform. So when we say our slogan is USI-TECH, the future of cryptocurrency, it really means it, because we're way, way ahead of the in the industry in terms of technology. Now, here are a few slides just to explain what that means. This UTC is transparent for members, as I said, for market makers, for business. It's also transparent for regulators. And what makes us different, this is the statistics. So this UTC allows enormous potential to scale up, which means to grow, get bigger. It does more than 10,000 transactions per second, which is thousands times more transactions than Bitcoin can do. You can see the statistics here. This is USI-TECH, a full node of USI-TECH. This is a light Android version. This is Ethereum, and this is Bitcoin down here. So our blockchain is vastly superior in terms of scalability, in terms of the number of transactions that it can do, and speed. It's 24 times faster than Ethereum. Look at the differences. So we can do something in 5 seconds that it takes 2 minutes for Ethereum to do, and an hour for Bitcoin to do. So this is again just another way that you can see the technology and what we've been able to put behind this. What Horst and the others, the people that he's partnered with, have been able to bring to the table. I just was awestruck. This technology just came in waves, and if you're shocked, I am shocked with you, but I'm going to continue to just present more of this. It also has implications in the trading and exchange. So we've got advanced state-of-the-art ultra low latency aggregation. We can do smart order routing, reporting, basically enables with the artificial intelligence and the blockchain as well to make the best buy-sell connections, do very, very sophisticated risk management controls, have the excellent data reporting and analysis, and advanced booking. So just in terms of the whole trading aspect, it brings it to a transparency, and also ensures that we don't have any conflicts of interest for our traders, which is key to them as well. Now this is another technological advantage, and this is getting a little bit technical, but we've got more than 100 liquidity providers, transparent reporting, trading system performance, tech support, aggregation. You can see some of the technology there. And they gave us a little small glimpse. This is our trading system as trading against the Bitcoin. So they were just giving us a little example of what the exchange will look like. So this is going to be pretty cool, guys. This stuff is in our back office soon. So hold your horses. Amazing, amazing things that we have here. So what does it mean for our product revenue generation and our transparency? It means that people will be able to view which blocks are being mined by USI-TECH, fully transparent for the world to see. It will give proof that USI-TECH is the real deal, and they'll be able to view our Forex trading results as well. So no more questions, no more skeptics, no more liars, no more blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be so happy to shut some of these idiots down who have been making all the comments out there. Now, all that's really lucrative, guys, but there's a pay plan connected to this for people that want to build the business. Let me have another sip of coffee, and we'll go into that in just a second. All right. Now, if you were qualified in the current pay plan as a marketer by October 31st, you're qualified in the new pay plan already. Now that will last for 1 year from the time that you bought whatever license you bought. You probably bought the Forex license. So whenever you bought it, you're qualified in the pay plan from 1 year after that purchase. After that, you'll have to meet the qualifications of the new pay plan, but you've got a year to do that. So there is grandfathering, but it's not eternal. And I think that's smart by the company, to make sure that people keep on their toes and keep active. Otherwise, if you were not already qualified, you need to qualify under the new pay plan. So let's unwrap what the new pay plan means. It has a philosophy. The philosophy is to drive the right behavior. The new pay plan will stop people from stacking. It will encourage people to recruit more people, to build width in their business. It gives you some strategic goals to qualify for greater income generation. So the more you build, the deeper you get paid. And that's a very simple concept. The wider you build, the deeper you will get paid. Very easy to explain. And it also enables people who have built significant businesses to get remunerated for that through what they call dynamic compression. Dynamic compression simply means through 12 levels. If there are people that are not qualified for it, the compensation plan will pay beyond 12 levels. You will find 12 people who are qualified. I can answer questions about that if you want to try to understand that a little bit more, but dynamic compression is one of the most powerful things that you can have in one of these unilevel compensation plans, and we have it. Now, I've got 3 ways to explain the pay plan so that you can get it very clearly. Here's the most simple way to explain it. That is, as before, on your first level, if you recruit people and they join you in the business, you're personally qualified for commissions. There's no qualification whatsoever. On your second and third level, which means people recruited by people on your first level, those would be on your second level, and people recruited by people on your second level would be on your third level. You need to have 3 personally enrolled members who have 12 packs. So 3 people who have 12 packs. That will unlock levels 2 and 3. In the early stages of anyone's business, this is normally where most of the building is. It takes time to build an organization down to 12 levels because you need people to come in, then they need to find other people and find other people and so forth. Eventually, over time, if you keep building and you encourage other people to build, you could have a business that does pay down to 12 levels, but you would need to build yourself wide in order to qualify to get paid down into that depth. Very simple idea. Here's the idea. If you want to be paid on level 4, you need to personally sponsor 4 people who have bought 12 packs. If you want to be paid to level 5, you need to personally sponsor 5 people who have bought 12 packs. You want to be paid, you get the idea. You want to be paid to level 8, you need to recruit 8 people who have purchased 12 packs. So that's a simple thing. People who buy 12 packs, it's not a lot. You want to get paid all the way down to 12 levels, personally enroll 12 people who will purchase at least 12 packs. All right, that's a simple idea. Next version, a little bit different. I'm just going to explain it again. So the BTC package, the commissions, we still pay 35% over 12 levels. So these are the 12 levels. It still pays 35% commissions. You get 10% commissions from your direct referrals. So in all cases, with no qualification, you get 10% commission. For levels 2 and 3, right here, you need 3 people. You need to refer 3 people who buy 12 packages. Once you have 3 people who have bought 12 packages, you unlock a 3% commission on level 2 and a 3% commission on level 3. Now, to get beyond level 3 to levels 4 through 12, you need to do more. So again, as I said, to qualify to earn levels 2 and 3, you're required to sponsor 3 direct partners with at least 12 packages. To qualify for levels 4 to 12, you're required to sponsor, excuse me, 1 additional person, 1 additional direct partner on your first level with a minimum of 12 BTC packages per level. So as I showed you before, if you want 3% on your 4th level, you need to refer 4 people who buy 12 packages. Paid on the 5th level to get this 3%. So the numbers haven't changed. It's still 10, 3, 3, 3 down to 8 levels, and then 1% on levels 9 through 12. To get these levels, you need to have directly referred 9, 10, 11, or 12 people. To get these 3% on levels 4 through 8, you need to have referred 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 direct people who have bought 12 packages. So that part of it is pretty straightforward, I think. You study that. I've made these color-coded so you can see each one is different. It just means to qualify for each level, you need to refer one more person who buys 12 packs. Very straightforward. All right, this is the chart that just came out. It also introduces how there's a bonus system in the TECH token bonuses. But this one introduces the same BTC package commission structure, 10%, 3%, 3% down to 8 levels, and 1% down to 12 levels, so the same 35%. But when we talk about commissions that can be paid on the tokens only, so this does not apply to the BTC packages, it only applies to the sales of the tokens. If you buy the as I showed you, there's 5 packages. If you buy any of the 4 bigger packages, you get bonuses also in the commissions, as well as bonus in terms of doubling the number of tokens you get. So there's a rich incentive to contribute more to this. If you get gold, you get, instead of 10% commission, you get 10.5, and you can see there's just a little bit added on to each of these, 3.15% and 1.05% instead of 1% or 3%. The ruby, you get 12% instead of 10%. It's 3.6 all the way down, and then 1.2. If you buy the emerald one, which is 25,000 euros, it's 14%, and then 4% and 1.5%. And last but not least, the diamond package. Instead of 10%, you get 18% on token purchases, and 5% down through 8 levels, and 1.8% down to 12 levels. And this explains the same qualifications. So on each level, you need the same equivalent level. So level 10, you need 10 personally enrolled distributors with 12 active BTC packages. So I think this is pretty clear as well, but I just wanted to make sure that you understand the BTC package is not affected by that token bonus system, but the token bonus system incentivizes people to contribute more to the company. Those that trust the company are rewarded with more tokens and more commissions. So there's 2 parts of incentives in the token system. Honestly, guys, if you have a large organization, it really makes sense to try to scrape together the money to make a larger investment, because the increased commissions could even pay for your tokens over time. So it might be a smart move, but I'm not making a purchase recommendation. That's something for you to decide and make your own risk assessment. It's just something that I observed. All right. Let me get something to drink here. Talking a lot, I'm really thirsty. Okay, new member resources. So we've finished with the technology, we've finished with the products. Now, what's been unveiled in terms of new member resources? We have a new head of member services. I'll show you him in just a second. But that company is a world leader in developing professional marketing and support materials. We have a new logo, we have a new slogan, we have new branding, we have a new messaging and brand image. We have new marketing website, the new replicated marketing website. I hope you love. More videos and presentations coming out, and of course a new back office. Great reporting, great functionality, but they tried to maintain the structure of the earlier site and yet enhance it. And I think they've had the data transfer this past week has taken longer than they expected, but you can see in the back office that this thing really works really well. So we were introduced to the 2 gentlemen that are behind this part of the system, who are also now part of the team, and this was our introduction to the back office. Some new improved marketing things, so mobile equipped, some great presentations in terms of our replicated sites, and a lot of great videos and presentations that we'll have. So watch your back office, and these will be unveiled going forward, in a lot of different steps. They just took us through the new back office. Of course, you've all now seen it over the past week, so I'll skip over this rather quickly. But obviously the new things were how to show the BTC packages, but the new part obviously was to show the tokens. And so that's our second product. This will be revised again when the Forex packages become available, but a lot of functionality. Everything looks fairly familiar here. They've changed the layout. This is very simple, very clean, but there's a ton of information behind it, which is great. Horst was very happy about this. Horst Schieker, our CEO, you could tell he was very much a part of helping the design of this, and very proud, of course, to illustrate how it works with the new TECH tokens. So you can get a lot of information by just clicking on the View Token area, and you can see how many you got. This is an example of someone who would have bought the 5,000 token package. As before, you can see your returns here, how many Bitcoin you got, how many members you got, your commissions, how many token tickets you've got, and all the activity in your organization. This shows the detail, and if you've clicked on your back office, you've seen the tokens, but you can see the different packages, so it's clearly explained in your back office exactly what you get for the silver token, and then the bonuses for the gold, ruby, emerald, and diamond. So all of that is very clear. I've already gone over that, so I won't go over it again. This is how to purchase BTC. My photo's a little bit blurry, sorry, but you can see either you can use their internal system. They have a new Bitcoin purchase with a credit card up to $5,000 a day. That was also launched. It's available. Or you can use an external wallet, or you can use your internal funds. A lot of new detail in terms of how much you can see from your packs. And this tracks, you can sort by date, by status, by description, or by amount in terms of your packages. So a lot of new information that they're giving on the status of the packages, how many you've got, whether you bought them from the wallet or the rebuy, how much the amount was, the runtime, how much of it is paid out, and how much Bitcoin you got. So huge amount of detail there, which is awesome. This is a feature they had before, but significantly improved. So pay attention to this one, guys, because this is the automatic rebuy. So you can fix any percentage you want in here. Now, to maintain your packs, we know scientifically, our friend Norman has figured it out. It's about 72 point something. Let's just round it up to 73%. So to maintain your number of packs and not lose them, you would need probably 73% minimum in here. But you can set any percentage you want, and you can also decide whether you want to include your commissions and your car bonus in the rebuy. So yes or no on that. So again, you can have different strategies. I'm not going to go into what your strategies might be, but you might want to have a certain percentage here. If you're wanting to build aggressively, you put 100% here, and you'd say yes. You would just build. But some people have more different ideas of how to handle that, so they might have a different percentage, or they may decide they want to take out their commissions and build based on their earnings, return on investment earnings. So you take a look at that and make some decisions, and we can talk about some of those strategies at another time. You can also enroll a new member now in the back office, and so you just, very simple, you put in the first name, last name, you can kind of pre-register them. Pardon me. Put that information in, and that will go directly to the new person. They can complete it, and they will be then registered in the business. So that's a nice way for you to help people get started if they need some assistance. You can also look at your organization if you're building up a team, all kinds of data, member type, and by the way, it does differentiate, does differentiate between retail and distributors now. So that functionality is equipped in there already. There's a library center where there's a lot of different library items. You can do it by country, by language, and just do a search. Different things, the US and English, or whatever you wanted to do. And then a lot of different resources. So there's information about the compensation plan. There's some information about how to generate wealth through Bitcoin, different steps in the business, and so forth. So all that's in the new resources tab. So again, I'm just running quickly. Now here's the other thing. in terms of new member resources. We now have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week support system. There's the phone number. If you haven't seen that yet, grab a quick photo shot of that. We have currently 4 global locations, but they will continue to roll out additional locations. We have 1 in Asia, we have 2 in the Americas, 1 in North America, 1 in South America, and 1 in Europe. But those will be, it's multilingual, and 80% or more of the support queries that we had before were basically technical issues because the company grew faster than everybody expected, and the site wasn't keeping up. It hadn't been designed that robustly. It was also designed for a Forex business, not for BTC and so forth. So the new site and the new functionality will take care of a lot of the support delays that we experienced in the past. So with the new IT and the new infrastructure, those issues will be reduced, and so the support staff will be able to focus really on answering quickly. And if you, like me, I had a support issue actually this past week, called up, and they solved it right away. I just picked up the phone, called them, very friendly, very understanding, well-trained, and they will only get better as they, learn by experience. But this is working really well, and I encourage you, if you don't know that number yet, take a look at it in our group, but start to use that if you do have issues. Don't abuse it, please, but do use it if you need it. Now, customer support. Why is it so huge? It's a customer is 4 times more likely to buy from a competitor if they have a customer service problem versus a price or product related product. The company knows this. Horst and the others in our managers understand that service was the weak spot in the company, and they've addressed it in a magnificent way. We also have a new scalable, so it's easily expandable, but we now have 20 customer service agents spread across Asia, Europe, North and South America. So it's a great new service, and we're expecting that, the results, I've heard nothing but positive things about the new system. Able to resolve things, most issues very, very quickly. So this will give people a lot more confidence and really address the weak area that the companies had in the past. So I think going forward, we'll see it have a very different experience. All right, we've got something else. It's a new virtual assistant program. So there's new virtual assistant services. What does this mean? It means basically you can hire somebody to work for you. And we actually did a live demo with Davin Michaels, virtual assistant from the Philippines, who dialed in and did a test case. They're one of the world leaders in virtual assistant services. It's not just in the Philippines, although it's based there. He's been doing that since 2007. It's 123 company, I forget the name. 123. I can't remember the name exactly. Got jet lag. But it assists you in all areas. I think, they haven't unrolled the details of it yet, but basically you can have a couple of different packages. You purchase a monthly service from them. They can return calls. You can have them call your leads. They can schedule interviews for you if you want to follow up. They can do marketing. They can do websites. She did an instant blog for one of our members on the fly in 10 minutes. Help you with videos, editing, all kinds of areas where if you want to leverage your time, you can have an assistant now that will help you do that. So basically anything to support your business. You can have them write blogs, post social media stuff, you name it. So this is a cool thing. We'll hear a lot more about this, but we had a live demo, and this is for those of you that want to get this kind of help, it will be available to you. Very nice. Massive addition to building the business, actually. Now, we had a lot of partner recognition. These are just some of the leaders. They actually asked 12 leaders, top leaders from the company to come to the front. These 2 guys really are the 2 guys that kind of started the company, Tak and Haran, and just enormously great-hearted gentlemen. So it was good to see the company recognizing them. This is Hayden, one of our uplines. Haran is also an upline to us, and we had several people on our uplines who were part of this recognition. Really nice to see. And really, really great to see that. You can kind of see I was pretty close to the front. I think the 6th row, we had those VIP seats, so it was easy to take photos and be close to the action. Here's Mark. You've heard me video with him. So some of the other leaders, but basically 12 people recognized for their contributions to a rapidly growing business, and some amazing heartfelt stories of how the business has changed these people's lives. And every single one of these people had their life transformed by USI-TECH in dramatic ways. So it was really cool to see. Yeah, I got recognized too. I got this beautiful gold ribbon. They invited people to come up to the front. I didn't, make the last cut, if you put it that way. They started at 250,000 and worked their way up. Some of these people, guys, have over 100 million in sales in their organizations, just amazing businesses, amazing wealth being created. Now, the company continues to think about you and me and is rolling out incentives. There's a top secret incentive program that has been talked about. It's no longer a secret, guys. The next incentive trip, the last one was Mallorca. The next one is Hawaii. So if you can qualify your business, the qualification requirements have not been released yet, but the next trip will be in Hawaii. They didn't release the dates yet, but I'm told confidentially it will be the second half of April. So the last 2 weeks of April sometime, probably one of those 2 weekends in the end of April. So hold space open in April and work your rear end off to get qualified. I want to meet you in Hawaii. Grace and I will be there. I want to see you there in Hawaii. Amazing experiences expected. We did some cruises and so forth, but they plan to do the same sort of cruises in the Hawaiian Islands, just like we did in Mallorca. Really should be awesome. So aloha, guys. We want to see you in Hawaii. That was a big announcement. I jumped out of my chair. It's been Grace's lifelong dream to go to Hawaii. She's never been there, and when she heard this, she almost cried. It was really beautiful. So yeah, pretty cool. Now, the management. We're in good hands, guys. We've got Mike Kiefer, we've got Horst Chica, we've got Ralph Gold, and we now have Evan, our new leader. So these are the 4 gentlemen that are leading the company going forward. There has been a change in the ownership and the management, and these are the 4 gentlemen that are really leading us. We also outsource. We have some great outsourcing partners in terms of the service side of things, customer support and all that. But we're in really great hands. This guy is a genius on the product side. He's a genius on the product side. He's outstanding in the corporate side. And Mike is, of course, a terrific networker and marketer and business designer as well. So I just feel so comfortable with these guys at the helm. So here is a big picture. We're getting close to wrapping up, guys. Oops, go back. There we go. USI-TECH has a massive competitive advantage. I mean, absolutely massive competitive advantage. If you understood even half of what I told you about technologically, in terms of the patents that we have, the artificial intelligence, the ability to produce cryptocurrency at cut rate costs, the ability to use artificial intelligence in our trading, and on and on and on and on. Never mind the transparency that we have, the legal opinions that we have, all the things that we talked about before. We have a massive competitive advantage. The owners are real. They care about you and me. We have life-changing stories already that have been created every day. And so, guys, the bar has been raised by USI-TECH, and I don't see any company out there that's even close to matching the bar that USI-TECH has now set. Now, the company is outstanding. Now, you and I need to be outstanding and take that seriously. But I really believe that you and I also can create our own financial future, a dynasty, in the next 2 years. So that is the big picture. This was just some of our team that was there. a guy that I've come to really appreciate, Mike Klingler. This is some of his team that he brought to London. And just to give you an idea of the kind of people that we're attracting, Mike is a huge name. He had actually kind of retired from internet marketing, but he was a massive trainer up until about 5 years ago when he just kind of moved into coaching. He's moved back into the direct sales industry big time and has joined our team in USI-TECH. Mike recruited over 1,000 people in the first month, and he qualified for a car bonus in 7 weeks. Guys, I mean, this is a new record in the company, and this guy's in our team. I'm really proud of Mike and loving working with him. He brought a number of his team members, so I just wanted to highlight him and congratulate him for his success. That's really brilliant, and you know, that's the first of many. All of us can do the same things. So some of the sites here, some of the information, but I think basically, if you were invited as a guest to the presentation today, get back to that person. They can show you how to get off to a great start. We've got the 2 products, the BTC packages, which we didn't talk about a lot, but now you can see why they're so great and why they will be so great in the future, and the tech coins in the future. So guys, that's it for the presentation. I'm going to have to look at the clock. I may have to run here pretty quick, but we can answer some questions. Let me go through the questions that we've got. Let me see what time it is. And I still have battery. This is being recorded, yes, so there will be a replay. Let me get into the questions here. Oh, what time is it here? I'm not even sure. I think it's about probably 1:20 in the morning. And I've got a flight at 3 o'clock. So where can we find out how many levels we're qualified for, Neil asks. So you would just know, I think, oh, you can look in that in your team. I think in the website in your team, you could see how many packs a person has. That's how to find out. So you'll know how many levels by finding out how many people you have personally referred who have 12 or more packs. That's the answer to that one, Neil. Hadn't thought about that. Well, what is the new marketing website? Just go into your back office. Your replicating site is there. The URL is different, by the way. So we have a new URL, and you need to get that and pick up that. If a silver sponsors a diamond, what is the commission structure? So if a silver, so this person is asking a question about the tokens. And by the way, you're only considered silver or any of those token levels for token purposes, so not for BTC purposes. So you're not like kind of labeled as a silver or a diamond. It's just whatever you purchased in the token side. But Giles is asking, so if a silver sponsors a diamond, what's the commission structure? So the commission structure would be whatever commission structure is for a silver. So whatever you are is the commission level that you would receive for sponsoring someone. But you'd receive a commission on a diamond purchase, right? So it would be a first level purchase. So you would get whatever that percentage is on a €50,000 euro purchase. So that's whatever the structure is, it's a very big commission, right? It's for silver. Well, so the commission on the silver sponsors a diamond, that person would be paying, the diamond would be paying 50,000 euros. You would be getting a 10% commission because you're silver, that's the entry level. You would be getting a 5,000 euro commission on that sale. So that's whatever the structure is, that's the amount of the commission. What's the difference between a retailer and a distributor? So a retailer is only a consumer of the product, not doing the business. And they haven't yet really showed us how that will be differentiated. That's coming in another breakdown. But basically, if someone has not referred anybody, they're considered a retail customer. Once they start to refer somebody, they're considered a distributor. That's de facto how it's being done. Omar is asking, you want a Bitcoin ATM machine, where do you get one, and the info? So that they're still, those are still under production. I don't know the precise timetable, but I think that's the first quarter of 2018 when those will start to be available, Omar. There'll be a lot more announcements about that. Did you go to the USI-TECH offices in Dubai? So no, I didn't, because I'm just at the airport. And actually, I'm going to do a separate video about that. USI-TECH has a registered office in Dubai, but it's a virtual office. So there isn't a USI-TECH office in Dubai. There's a registered office. They're a virtual company. They're a digital company. But I'm going to actually do. I talked to the owners about it. I told them I was going to be here in Dubai. So I think I'm going to see. They're in a bank building. I know where it is actually. And I'm coming back next week to Dubai. So I'm going to do a video about that and kind of explain that. But no, there's no like physical office to go to. They're registered. Let's see, where is Ras Al Khaimah? They're registered in another emirate, which I think is that way. I think. So like in the United States, I can unwrap that a little bit. In the United States, we have 50 states. In the United Arab Emirates, where I'm sitting at the moment, they have 7 emirates. They're registered in one of the emirates, and then they have a registered office here in Dubai, but they're basically a virtual company. You know, we're working in a digital economy. This is a digital company, guys. It's no longer bricks and mortar, and this is not a bricks and mortar company. If you need bricks and mortar offices and that sort of thing, it's a different requirement. But so I'll unwrap that a little bit more, and I am gonna do a video next week. I talked to 2 of the owners about that last week because I told them I was going to be here. Henry's asking, is there a rebuy in the token packs? No. So the token packs don't earn like the other products did, like the BTC packages. This is basically like buying again, the analogy, it's not like buying a stock, but the analogy for you to understand it, it's like you buy a stock and then you watch the value of the stock go up or down. You're hoping that the value goes up, and that's what you do when you buy a token or a coin. You hope that the value of it goes up. And the value of it depends on 2 things, probably a number of things, but 2 major things. One, what is behind the coin. So you want to look, like I shared with you, the technology or whatever is behind the ideas, the substance behind it, the value behind the coin, and then also the market takes its own views of things. Will there be a way to download your transactions to a CSV file? I haven't gone that far. Jude is asking that. Probably so. I think you can download them, but I haven't actually seen that. Maybe someone can answer that. Any idea on the possible cost of the VA services? Some idea, because you can look at their website. 123. Maybe I'll look up the name. Actually, let me see if I can look that up real quick. Oh yeah, 123employee.com. So if you look at 123employee.com, oops, where am I going to get back here? 123employee.com, you can see that they have already 3 packages. One's for 20 hours, one's for 30 hours, and one's for 40 hours. I don't know if that's what we'll get, but that's what they offer just to the general public from 123employee.com. So the name of the company is 123employee, and you can check them out and find. Let's see. I thought the company was building and marketing. Yeah. So yeah, Gary. Material. All right, I think we lost. I think I lost the audio there for a second. Okay, I'm back. I don't know when I lost it. All the questions that I was answering disappeared. Whatever happened there, some sort of internet problem. So I'll go into the chat and see if I can answer those questions. Yeah, Scott, thanks. Yeah, we have probably, actually in the last week, we've probably got close to 100,000 new members. Gold package is 2,000 tokens. Yes, I think that's right. And then there's a bonus of another 10. So, okay. Yeah, close to 30 million already sold. Okay, someone got a typo behind it. Dates about Hawaii, yeah, second half of April. 123employee.com. Thanks. So Neil was ahead of me. I see that in the chat now. 123employee.com is the company. Let me actually paste that in. You guys might be interested in just looking that up. I'll pop that into the chat here so that you can all see it. Let's do that. Hang on a second. So that's the virtual assistant company. Okay. All right, let me go back to the questions. Okay, if you want a Bitcoin machine, where do you go to get one? So Omar, yeah, I answered that already. That will be probably rolled out in the first quarter of 2018. There is a replay. Okay, let's see. Can we do a group buy for the token, the diamond pack? Yeah, so you could do a group buy. And I think that's an interesting approach. There's so much in terms of the token rewards. What you'd have to think about is the other rewards. So whoever's name the group buy goes under, only that person would get the additional commissions if there's an organization under that person. So just think about that. But if you could have a cost sharing on that maybe, and a cost sharing on the tokens that are purchased, and work out a system like that, I think that's a really interesting idea. Let's see. I think I've answered a lot of these now. If a member owns no tokens, would they still qualify for level 1 commissions on tokens? Yeah, so you get 10% whether you make a purchase or not on any of the products on your first level. To qualify for additional levels, you need to have referred people. Okay, so that's a simple way to explain the compensation plan. Why are you? Well, why am I here? I'm in transit actually in Dubai, but I will be back for meetings next week. Is USI-TECH going to be back the package calculator? No. So that kind of package projection, the company found too many people were not using that properly and making statements and projections of earnings that weren't really supposed to be made in public or weren't being done appropriately. So guys, sorry, but all of us distributors abuse that or use that in an improper way, so we don't have it anymore. If we buy BTC packages from our USI-TECH wallet for another partner, do we get commission? I don't know in the new system. I'll have to test that out. That's a good question. I would think so. That was the way it worked before, but I don't know if there's been any change on that one. So let's check that. Yes, you do earn commissions when you buy for a partner. Yeah, that's my understanding. Oh, okay. We're seeing all each other's questions now, I guess. Yeah. So thanks, Kareem. So USI-TECH, yeah, they have an address. You're right. It's at the Fairmont Hotel. So I'll go over to the Fairmont Hotel. I can go to that address and do a video over there, but I'll explain that the company is a virtual company. Okay. Grandfathered on the payment plan. Are you grandfathered for just 1 year or in perpetuity? No, yes. So Peter, the answer is you're grandfathered only for 1 year from the time that you purchased whatever license you purchased. So most of us purchased a Forex license. And so, for example, if you bought that in September, you would be grandfathered for 1 year on the payment plan. I bought mine in May. when we joined. So I'll be grandfathered until May, and then I'll have to qualify. Let's see. A partner is just another word for an affiliate, Jude. So Jude is asking, he doesn't understand the question, the function of a partner. Partner is just like a affiliate or a member or distributor. It's just another word. If a member owns no tokens, will they still qualify for level 1 commissions? Yes, I think we answered that. 1 free token per Bitcoin. So that's a good question, Mike. I don't know that one. 1 free token per BTC pack purchase. Does it include the rebuy? It seems to. I haven't tested that. Maybe others, you could tell me. Are you seeing that when you do a rebuy, that you're also getting the free token for every BTC package that you buy? I think so. Scott is asking, I thought the tokens were cumulative, meaning diamond total is 3.1. No. It's doubling, so it starts at 100 and then it goes to 200 in the second stage, 400 in the third stage, 800 in the third stage, and 1.6 in the fourth stage. Total of 1.6. Can you exchange your BTC package with a silver package since the price is the same? No, you've already bought one, so you're committed to do that. Can you text customer service? No, I don't think so. There's a web link to contact customer service. I don't think there would be any need to text them. You can have web services. Okay, let me look in the questions. I think I got a couple of new questions. The replay will be on our YouTube channel, and it will be so if you register for this webinar, you'll get a link to our YouTube channel sent out to you within the next 24 hours, and it will be uploaded there. How do we present this to others? So I think, invite people to the webinar. You can get the link to this webinar. So this is going to be a very interesting presentation, I think, to provide to people, and I think people will really get value after seeing the technology behind the company. Those people that are skeptical, you can now show them the nuts and bolts that I just explained to you, and there will be a company video summarizing the London event also, but I wanted to do our own presentation on this, so I would give them this. I'm also going to do some videos that will break down the different parts of it over the next week or two, so we'll have some bite-sized pieces. How do you distribute the tokens when the bonus pays out in a group buy? I don't know, Mike. You would have to do it by, percentages, I assume. How much each person has had, and if you have 10 people, just divide the new tokens by 10. Whatever it was. I think just whatever is mathematically fair, probably, in proportion to what people paid. In the new back office, there's a bitcoinbycredit.com. You can use a credit card. I don't think you can use a debit card for that, but I'm not sure. Did anybody test that? How would you send them out? I don't think I don't know logistically how to do that. I haven't thought that one through. When you get the coins, on the exchange, you can exchange the coins, so that would probably be the way to distribute them. You could just allocate them on the exchange and then do a financial transaction to compensate each other. I think that might be the way. I haven't thought that through. So that's your first quick impression, Mike. Okay, guys, any more questions? Covered a lot of ground. Yeah, if you've got any technical issues or things you don't understand, go ahead and call that tech support. Don't bombard them with, things that you can figure out yourself, or things that you should understand by looking in the back office. But feel free to use them if you have, any information. Some of the data still is processing probably, so I would give it another day or two. Our Facebook groups are also, still being, you know, being careful, trying not to answer a lot of support questions. So we don't want to do that sort of thing. Tom is asking, where do you see the number of packs a person has? I think that's in your organization, and there's data in there about organization per person. So I think that just look in there. I'll again have to experiment with that, and probably we'll try to do videos on that. At least do some screenshots. Maybe we can't show our back offices in videos, of course, but we can do some screenshots and try to do some training. So it's all new territory, guys, and some of these things are still being unveiled. So be patient. The company's grown by leaps and bounds in the last week and continues to grow leaps and bounds. So be patient, be generous, don't be silly. But if you have needs, then go ahead and call and use it. That's what it's for. And they're great people. They're very friendly and very, impressively well trained, considering that they're brand new and helping us. So guys, I think I better call it quits. I need to check and see when my flight is. I think I've got a flight coming up here, and my battery's going to run down. I'm not plugged into the electricity here. But I trust this has been useful. And again, come back to the big picture. The whole ground has changed. I mean, what we have in our hands is just an amazing opportunity. So I've talked about 90-day plans. Go for 90 days. Just tell your friends, introduce them to this. And we're going to have another product in the next month, the Forex product. So there's more and more and more coming. We now have a web page that actually makes sense. The earlier web page didn't even make sense. It only talked about the Forex product and didn't even talk about BTC. But I would get this video and watch it again, because if you're like me, I mean, I was there live and could watch it and try to take it in. I've watched I don't know how many videos, and I'm still trying to absorb the information here. So become a student of the business. Here's another kind of paraphrase of Ray Higdon. Those who learn, earn. Those who learn, earn. Those who teach, reach. So become a student of the business. Don't just absorb what I've told you tonight, and don't just absorb whatever else you're doing in YouTube in terms of learning and other things that we'll share. All the information coming from the company, a lot of great materials coming out. But teach it, share it, and you'll become that trusted authority that will attract business to yourself. Horst Schicke made a point of saying that this whole business, USI-TECH, is built on the law of attraction. And that means by becoming valuable, you attract value. And the company is attracting the best talent in the world. Do that yourself. Attract the best talent around you, and you'll have a business, you'll have a lifestyle, you'll have friendships, and you'll have an income that will be outstanding. So again, my admonition to all of us, myself included, let's all become outstanding, and we will live outstanding lives. So with that, guys, I want to thank all of you. Thanks for all the great questions. And again, absorb this presentation and the materials here. A lot of great information here, and I trust that it's been very, very useful. So live from Dubai, over and out. I think it's like 2 in the morning or something now, almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to try to get a little rest before I jump on the next airplane in the next hour. Thank you to all of you, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.